Well, we are welcoming Erin Ruggles
Hello.
to the Vitality Show.
I'm so excited to be on the show.
I know.
This is amazing.
This is so awesome. Really excited. First podcast ever.
Baby's
for
first
you.
podcast.
Wow.
Yes.
I honestly don't know how many podcasts I've done. I mean, I've hosted. This is number 8 for us, but
Awesome.
I've been on a lot of different podcasts.
Yeah.
Wrestling mostly.
Yes.
A few others here and there, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's so good.
A lot of fun to get on there.
Yeah.
It's fun to see like different hosting styles.
Right.
So you were saying it before, like, is it an interview style or is it this? You did your homework, which was
my
nice.
research.
There you go.
Yes, absolutely.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So this is pretty relaxed, conversational, nonchalant.
Yes.
Usually what I ask first is just, who are you? Where'd
Okay.
you come from? What'd you do? All the fun stuff.
Yeah. My name is Erin Ruggles, and I'm now in State College, but I'm originally from East Freedom, Pennsylvania, 20 minutes south of the big city of Altoona.
The huge
city. Have you been to Altoona?
You know, I've driven around and by it,
Okay.
but I've never planted my feet in
Not
Altoona.
the Denny's that's in the Logan Valley Mall.
I think there was like a Walmart there that I was really looking at.
Yeah, they're really nice Walmart.
I heard that before. No, I have not been to the great city of Altoona. I need to get there.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have been there. Do they have a LabCorp there, like a testing, like a blood testing?
That's a great question.
I actually think I have been.
It's
I
a
have
really
been
good
to
question,
Altoona,
Kyle.
and I have been to the LabCorp there. Actually, it might be a Quest Labs. It's either one of the two, LabCorp or Quest Labs.
Yeah,
But I've been
amazing.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So I have not been to the LabCorp or Quest Lab in Altoona, but I'm sure it's absolutely phenomenal.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah,
like,
so
one of the
good.
best.
Okay, so Altoona
Mhm.
and living in East Freedom, Altoona was the big night out. So before I moved to State College, I had maybe been here 3 times in my
Really?
life. Yeah.
For a football game, for just to get prom dress, or
Yeah, if this is a safe space, I've never been to a Penn State football game.
oh my gosh!
Can you believe it? Yeah, cover the mic.
Yeah.
I've never been to a Penn State game.
Wow, we have a couple football players that come in, and then I just saw Coach Franklin today. But
Amazing.
wow,
That's
you gotta
so great. Yeah.
we gotta get you to a football game. Have you been to a wrestling match?
Yeah, of
No,
course.
she hasn't. Unbelievable.
Okay, let me explain.
Okay.
Kyle,
There's
my
a perfectly
sports thing.
good explanation.
There's a
for
perfectly
this.
good explanation.
Yeah.
Let me start off by saying you have that match coming up,
Mhm.
which is super exciting.
August
So
30th. Yeah.
August 30th, amazing. So I shared that post on Instagram because supporter here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I had at minimum 10 people DM me, Erin, are you watching sports now? But here's the thing, it's not that I don't like, but if I know somebody, I'm absolutely watching.
Yeah.
I just don't watch people I don't know.
Gotcha.
So I will be watching that match and I
Nice.
will be cheering and you better win,
Well, I
but
appreciate
I
that.
absolutely will be tuning in.
Wow.
But that's how I am with stuff. Like if I know someone, if it's someone's son playing or someone's husband or
Yeah.
whatnot, I'm totally watching. But
Nice.
if it's people I don't know, then I don't
Gotcha.
indulge.
So like if you had to pick a sport, like would it be pickleball or cornhole? Like where would you fall?
The opposite of cornhole.
The opposite. So
Anything
pickleball.
that's not cornhole.
Okay.
Like
You don't like
when-
cornhole.
Oh my gosh, when you're at a picnic having like a great conversation with somebody and then
Right.
all of a sudden they're rallying cornhole teams, I'm like, get back.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But I'll watch. Absolutely, I will watch.
So when it's on
Loosely.
ESPN The Ocho, that's what you'll watch. You're just like, man, I could get out there.
Yeah, like that could be me
Wow.
out there. Yeah. So cornhole is definitely popular where I'm from though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah.
You haven't heard of the Freedom Frolickers?
No.
Wow.
What's the Freedom Frolickers?
They're the best cornhole team this side of the Mississippi.
Where are they from?
Freedom.
Not East Freedom.
East Freedom.
There's no way they're from
That's
East
where they're
Freedom.
from.
East Freedom is approximately 300 people.
Yeah.
There's
They're
no
the
way
best
they're all playing
cornholers.
cornhole. But
Not
they
all of
probably do.
them. The team. The Frolickers.
I'll have to look up the Frolickers.
Yeah, they have a pretty
Yeah.
stout MySpace account. So,
Oh, yeah, then they're
yeah.
definitely legitimate. For sure. If they bring MySpace into it, that's when you know it's real.
Let's reel it in.
Reel it in.
We're going to go. So back to State College. You've been here 3 times for
3
a prom
times.
dress, not for a football game.
I was here for Thai food.
Okay.
So cozy Thai.
Cozy tie.
Cozy Thai. Because there was no Thai food where I was from.
Mhm.
And then one time I was here to drop off a dead alpaca with my best friend
Oh, dang.
to the labs here. Yeah.
What'd they find out?
It just got sick. So, and it passed away,
Yeah.
went on to a better place. And he had called me. I was working at a fast food restaurant in East Freedom. And he was like, hey, what time do you get off work? I said, I'm done at 4:30. He's like, meet me at Walmart. So the
Wow.
famous Walmart. go over to Walmart, and he pops his trunk open. There was a dead alpaca in the back.
How long had it been in there?
Not long.
Okay.
And so I was like, what are we doing with
days.
this? Yeah, what are we doing with this? And he's like, well, the owners want me to take it to Penn State to the lab to make sure it doesn't have something contagious because they had a whole farm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And alpacas are like $100,000 each. Like
what?
They're super expensive. And so,
you're gonna have to check on that. $100,000 for an alpaca.
Does Vitality Wellness need an alpaca?
Oh my gosh! Yeah. No wonder alpaca fur is so expensive.
Exactly. So we drove to State College with PETA in the back. That was the name of the alpaca.
Not the organization.
Not the organization.
Okay.
And got to the lab, put on some sort of protective gear, and lugged this alpaca into an ice cellar. And
you were wearing like a flannel with some gardening gloves.
It was nothing like that. I was
ready to
perform.
Up,
like, I could have performed surgery on said alpaca, but drug it into the lab, dropped PETA off, and that was like an immersive Penn State experience for me. So, that was your first time at Penn State. That was Penn State for me.
Moly.
Yeah.
So the alpaca, it was dead, but
it was
did
dead.
we figure out if it was okay? It was just you said it was old and died.
It just COVID. But like something took the alpaca out, but only that one. So the rest of the alpaca family.
Are they still around?
They're doing wonderful.
Alpaca?
Yeah, okay. I'm sure they're doing great.
How old are they? How old do they get?
That's a good question. Like, is there such thing as like alpaca years, like how there is with dog years?
Yeah, I asked. So we were at my brother-in-law's farm out in Taunton, Massachusetts.
Okay.
They do have an orchard, strawberries, asparagus, cranberry bogs is like their big thing.
Oh yeah.
And they also have pigs and chickens, but they rent some of their land for goats.
Okay.
And my oldest and my second oldest got to milk a goat.
Oh, heck
and I asked about goat years.
Yeah.
And
is that
the little 8-year-old that was there that also helps with the goats. She's like, yeah, they're like dog years. So I was like, really? And the mom was just like, oh, yeah, of course.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly so is that an actual thing? Is there...
I guess there's goat years.
Goat years. So there may be alpaca years.
There could be alpaca years.
Alpaca years. So you said he has... cranberries.
Yes.
Do they float like on the Ocean Spray commercial?
Yeah, 100%.
I always want to know if that was a thing.
Yeah, it's 100% a thing.
Okay.
So the craziest thing about cranberries, and this is, so there's two farms. So you have Old Orchard, Old Earth Orchard Farm, and then Spring Rain Farm. I might be getting the name wrong. But anyway, it's in East Taunton.
Yeah.
And they have their cranberry harvest every fall. So people will come in from everywhere to come help with the cranberry harvest.
Okay.
So what they have to do is they flood, they go over it with a machine, they flood the bog, and then the berries float up. And you go in and they have this big boom, and you like corral the berries, and it sucks them up into a truck and separates them and bounces them off these wooden crates, and they go into where
cranberry sauce. Yeah, just right into a can
and
of
then they ship them off and
yeah.
whatever. But
amazing.
The craziest part about cranberries is the number of spiders that are on top of the cranberries. It is insane how many spiders are on top of it.
So how do they regulate that for the grocery store? Is there such thing as an organic
once they
cranberry?
go in, once they go in, they go up, and then when they come down, they bounce off the boards. Okay. That's how you know if they're ripe or not, and that's how you get the leaves and all of the other debris away, and hopefully the spider legs off of there too. So then they bounce, get in the back of the truck. I'm sure there's still a ton of spiders in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
And then they take them and wash them and do whatever else they do with them.
Amazing.
But you have to go through and you like take the prongs off a rake, and it's just like this loop, and there's all of these rows of cranberries because they're on vines. Okay. So you go and scrape them all off by hand after you go over it with a machine. Yeah. Just to make sure you get the full crop. And it's a lot of fun.
Anyone with arachnophobia that's listening to this will never eat a cranberry.
No, they won't.
Ever again.
Yeah.
Insane.
Well, and like even with all the, what's really hard for me is as I've gone down like this wellness journey, health journey, is learning about diet and nutrition, like how things are made, where do they come from, all of those things. So like thinking about like how, where do almonds come from? Where do avocados come from? Where does my meat come from? Like, and what is the process of getting all those things? Yeah. And like when you have monoculture something, like you're going to be killing a ton of insects all the time. And, whatever else when you're going through there, the voles, the moles, the mice, the birds, all of them.
Delicious.
Yeah. Great. So fantastic. That's why we have a garden. Farmers market.
Right. Yeah. So do you get your meat from, like, do you purchase a portion of a cow at a time typically. We do the same thing.
We actually just got our whole cow. So we got a whole cow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man. You've got a bigger family.
Yeah.
You've got more mouths.
And I eat a lot. Yeah,
yes, very true.
But yeah, we get a whole cow from Twin Bee Farms. They're a local farm
I've never
in
heard
town.
of them. Okay, nice. Do you do grass fed?
Yep.
Nice.
So they do, they're just trying to keep the cows healthy as possible. That's basically what they do.
Yes.
And they do a really, really good job.
Yeah,
like I really like
awesome.
the taste of their meat, and they take care of their animals, and they do a really, really nice job. And I'll shout out one of these people don't know me. They're called Carbon Cowboys on Instagram. I love watching their content.
The Carbon Cowboys.
It is so educational in so many different ways.
Amazing.
And they talk about how, like, the most recent one is how grass was different back in the day than it is now. Yeah. Because now what we do is we clip it and we cut it off with a lawnmower or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But and then feed it to the cows from there.
Right.
And it's not really great for the soil because when you cut something versus when a cow rips it up and like tugs it, there's so many different things that happen with the soil as it's being as it's getting grazed versus getting chopped down.
That actually makes perfect sense, but I wouldn't think about it. Yeah. That's something.
And then they also talk, there's so many things they talk about, but like the old grass, like the prairie grasses that have roots that are like 12 feet deep. Oh, yeah. And then we have like roots that are about that long.
Yes.
And it's just such a different world.
Right.
And most of us know nothing about it.
Yeah.
But Carbon Cowboys are changing.
Thank God
up.
For the Carbon Cowboys.
Really, they're awesome.
Bring the grass to light. Yeah. That's
they just
so
talk
good.
about how great like cows are at sequestering carbon, but also all these other animals and keeping it like the ecosystem healthy and vibrant.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Is really cool.
Yeah.
And it would just get way more nutrient dense food if you eat it from something like that rather than pouring petrochemicals on it and all this
and then having that stuff being consumed.
But yeah. So
amazing.
Alpacas.
Yeah.
So that was your second trip. Well, first trip. Second trip,
that was like my second trip that actually involved Penn State.
Yeah.
Which I feel like anyone in State College definitely has roots with Penn State, obviously.
Anyone within an hour, pretty much.
Oh my gosh, within the state of Pennsylvania. They're like, are.
It's like, it's fanatical around here. Like everywhere.
For Pure Barre, which I didn't say that yet, but I own Pure Barre in State College. And we went to a convention in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Why did I say Los Angeles? Las Vegas.
Vegas. Okay. That's where conventions happen.
Yeah, they happen in Vegas. And
I was in Vegas couple months ago.
Yeah.
And they were hosting a storage unit convention for storage units. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's incredible.
Two of my really good buddies are in the storage unit business.
Okay.
And they
went
went
there.
they went, and it just so happened to be the same time that I was wrestling.
That's so. Yeah. Where were you wrestling at in Vegas then?
It wasn't the convention center. It was another place. I forget the name of it, but yeah, it's Max and Gabe Dean. Max was actually a national champion for Penn State. 2000,
so cool.
Right after COVID.
Yeah.
Gabe was a national champion for Cornell University.
Awesome! There you go.
So I helped coach him.
Yeah.
And now they're both have moved on with their wrestling careers, have families, and are in the storage business now. Which is like such a. It's so fun. They've expanded.
Friends, and like they're friends.
Those two?
Like, are they they're brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. So are they in business together, or they have two separate storage
together.
units? That's so cool.
Well, they have everything. Storage units. They're starting to get into like mobile home parks and all sorts of different things.
Amazing.
But they're both so intelligent that they're able to like figure stuff out and like create their own niche
and like make something, which you have to you have to find something.
But anyway, you can go to Vegas and see any convention.
Yes, that was my first time ever going to Vegas, and
it was for Pure Barre.
Yeah, so Pure Barre is owned underneath a company called Exponential Fitness, and they own several fitness brands.
Okay,
and so Exponential was hosting in Vegas a huge convention, and super fun, amazing, and we wear these name tags that say what brand we're representing. And obviously I'm there for Pure Barre, and so I'm chatting with some other owners and stuff, and mind you, I'm not even directly speaking with this person, but I was like, State College, Pennsylvania, from across the room. It was like the shot her around the world. Someone's like, we are.
That is so
and
funny.
I like looked at my husband, I was like, they're everywhere.
Yeah. They're everywhere. At least you knew what it meant.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah, we're here.
We're here. Yeah, we're here. We love Penn State. But yeah, it was the funniest thing. I was like, wow. Oh my gosh.
What are some other fitness brands that they own?
So Cycle Barre, which cycling, of course, and then Club Pilates. So I would say those are their two most famous ones. But then Rumble Boxing, if you've ever heard of that, there's Row House, which is like a rowing one. So they, and they're all different from each other, which is cool too.
Is there any like hub that has like all of them? Like, is there
probably in Irvine, like the base? Okay. So that's where Exponential's based at. They probably have all of them lined up somewhere. Yeah, it's pretty for sure. That's where I went when I was like getting selected for State College. I had to go to Irvine, and the headquarters were insane. They were absolutely amazing, and it made me appreciate the brand so much because I could tell how much they love each individual brand.
That's cool.
And invest in it. Yeah, so it was really cool. But yeah, Irvine, they definitely for sure probably have everything, like a strip mall somewhere, like secretly dedicated to Exponential Fitness. You can like go in and try everything out and stuff.
Spend 7 hours there hitting each class back to back.
Just go in and like sweating. Yes. But in State College, the only one is Pure Barre here. But in Pittsburgh, where I lived, there is, almost everything there too. So But
so you were in Pittsburgh for how long?
6 years. Yeah. Okay. I went there originally for school, and I was just doing a 2-year program. So I graduated from that. And then I was in the service industry. Shout out to the Barre. Yeah. and so I was in the service industry for years, and I was like, man, I got to get out of this because it was brutal, and it just wasn't what I was interested in. And
I was in the service industry at one point.
The ice cream shop. Ice cream. It counts.
I was a professional ice cream scooper.
Professional scooper.
Yeah. 100%. I would switch right hand, left hand, just to make sure.
To build muscle.
Yeah, mostly.
Evenly.
Yeah, evenly. I was like 115 pounds going in. 125 when I left.
And you had to add that 10 pounds of ice cream on, for sure.
I was mostly ice cream.
Best flavor?
I'm a simple guy.
Vanilla. Yeah.
Actually, my favorite probably now is strawberry.
Okay.
Which is like...
I feel
kind of different.
Yeah. Okay, do you dabble in Neapolitan, or is that pushing it?
Neapolitan's my favorite.
You can say that. You can say it.
But it's like, is it really, come on. Like, it's like a flavor. You got to pick a flavor.
It's the Pappy half gallon for sure. Like, it's like you go and you're like, get me Neapolitan, and then you stop and you're like getting...
My father-in-law's a dairy
your senior
farmer.
Discount? Yeah.
No. My father-in-law's a dairy farmer. And we have ice cream there all the time.
It's probably the best.
And my mother-in-law found out that I like Neapolitan, so she always keeps a Neapolitan there for us when we come.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Peak mother-in-law. Yeah. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's
and my kids just like strawberry because it's pink.
It's pink, so totally valid.
That's what they like.
So
you're in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
In the service industry.
Yes.
And you're like, I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. Surfing Indeed. Did you ever have to surf Indeed?
No, I've never surfed Indeed. Really? I have as a business owner, like kind of trying to post jobs.
It's less stressful as a business owner than it is when you're like, I need a job. Yeah. But yeah, surfing Indeed, and Pure Barre popped up that they were hiring a general sales manager. So kind of a 2-for-1 situation. And I was like, yeah, apply. I had no idea what Pure Barre was. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just apply and see what happens. And I read the description. I was like, this sounds uplifting. I need something positive. And at that point in my life, I never had a fitness journey. So Okay. Which, yes, we can dabble in that in a second. But yeah, so I looked into this and I was like, man, this looks pretty cool. I'll just apply. And I applied at probably 10 other places too, because that's what you do when you're Indeed surfing, and it's like Russian roulette. So basically the owner of that Pure Barre reaches out to me, wants to have an interview. I was like, okay, let's do this. So now I need to research, right? Because I'm not going to show up at the interview and be like, so what's Pure Barre?
Tell me more
about what the heck Pure Barre is. Yeah. So I'm online looking up, researching Pure Barre, and then I go in and I was like, okay, I actually really love this. Like, if this works out, and this is supposed to work out, this could be really cool. And so I got the job. I started on my birthday that year, and May 3rd, I think I was turning like 22 or something. And I started and instantly just fell in love with it. The community was everything was so unbelievably positive, which I feel like I had always associated fitness with being so stressful and like, unbearably regimented, like just different aspects
like
of that.
Like it has
to be hard. Like you have to be starving yourself. You have to be doing all these terrible things. And then when I dabbled into Pure Barre and realized, I was like, these people are happy. Yeah. This is cool. Like these people want to be here. I want to see them. I'm so excited. You have your regulars coming for certain times and everything. And I'm like, I'm just excited to see these people. And I don't hate going to work. That's cool. So then that's why I knew I really loved it. And I ended up going to a convention once again, this time not in Vegas, but in Florida. And it was a manager, like sales manager training. Yeah. And so I'm down in Florida and I meet this woman named Katie. She was from Ohio. And she was like, yeah, I'm the manager and owner of a Pure Barre in Ohio. So which is when Pure Barre or other businesses typically open, sometimes the owner will also take on the role of manager until they're well established. And that's what she was doing. Yeah. And so I'm speaking with Katie and she was just so nice. And like, she also loved Pure Barre. And she was like, you should own one. And I was like, whoa, girl, like that's crazy. I'm not a business owner. It's a huge step. And then we just kept talking and talking. And she was like, don't doubt yourself. She was like, I could see you doing this. And I was like, oh, well, if Katie from Ohio believes in me, like, thank God for Katie from Ohio. Yeah, thank you, Katie from Ohio. And so then we had a break that day and I called my boyfriend, now husband, and I was like, hey, what do you think about me owning a Pure Barre? He's like, you should do it. Yeah. I was like, really? He's like, this is like, you're excited about this. He was like, you love it. You should go for it. So then the big phone call was my parents because they're just very safe people. Like they've always done things by the book, like very calculated, retired from their positions from being there forever. You know, like they're that type of people. Yeah. And at this point in my life, I was on like job 16 and I'm, 22. Like, I'd already thrown them through the ringer with that. And I called my mom and I was like, hey, so I had the craziest conversation today. She's like, what? And I was like, I think I'm going to open a Pure Barre. And she kind of paused for a second. She's like, you should do it. And I was like, all right, if I've got Amy's blessing, this is happening. Like, and then good from then on, it just, thank you, Amy. Yeah. So after that, then it was just full force going forward and making it happen. And it did. So it was totally meant to happen the way it did. And we ended up moving to State College area. I had looked at the time, it's not the same way anymore, but when you were interested in a franchise through Exponential Fitness, they would show listings of available territories. Okay. So you could go and see, there's available territories in New York, like here. There's available territories in Pennsylvania, here. And State College was listed. Yeah. And so when I was looking at it, it took me 2 seconds. I looked at it and I was like, I'm going to move in State College. So I don't know if it was the alpaca. Yeah, it had to be the alpaca. I got to chase that feeling again. And
I wonder if they buried the alpaca or just put it into like a vat, probably. That's what they do.
Really?
Well, so at Cornell they have the vet school there.
Okay. Yeah.
And one of the summers that I worked there, we had to fix this disgusting vat that they put all the dead animals in.
No way.
And basically with acid, and it was just like,
oh my gosh.
Dissolving them and making them into goo.
Serial killer training.
Literally. Yeah. You had to pull all their teeth out. Not really, but it was like that. So
cook them in a pot.
PETA the alpaca is probably in a vat however many years ago.
Yeah, that was a million years ago. PETA. May God rest your soul. But so
when did you open up Pure Barre here? So you had to pick, that's where I wanted to go.
Right. So I chose, I was like, something just felt right. State College is where I want to go. And we'd be closer to our families because from Pittsburgh, we're 2 hours away from our families, and from State College, we're 45 minutes away. Oh. So it was just like a nice amount of space with that. And so I applied for the State College one. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to hear back, like what this process is going to be like. And I heard back and they were like, come to Discovery Day. And so Discovery Day was in Irvine. You go out, you get interviewed, you get to learn about all the brands, and they want to see how excited you are about it, what your questions look like. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that want to open franchises that are just in it specifically because they're like, oh, I hear you can make money here. Yeah. And then they go into it and they're like, so what's your favorite thing about Pure Barre? And they're like, what? What's Pure Barre?
I don't know what Pure Barre is.
I don't know what that is.
I'm here to make money.
Yeah, you're like, I'm here to make some money. But so they then call you 2 weeks later and say whether or not that you're chosen. Gotcha. And I was. And I was like, let's go. So we ended up moving towards State College then in February of 2020. So
perfect time
to come and travel. Perfect time to be in State College.
Yeah.
It was just
probably
great.
Crazy. Yeah.
It was apocalyptic, but It was okay.
It's Happy Valley. Can't be.
Everybody was happy. Yeah, Happy Valley. Everyone was thriving. And so we moved here. Well, we were in like Phillipsburg area. So just like 20 minutes out of State College, because we wanted to buy a house, but the market, of course, at that point was not so, amongst other things. And so we're living in Phillipsburg, waiting. And at the time, Pure Barre was estimated to be open July 2020. Okay. And then, of course, all this happens. Yeah. That's not going to happen. And then I ended up having my daughter August 2020. So you can only imagine, like, if we would actually open July 2020, I could have given birth on the floor of Pure Barre. So I'm glad it didn't work out that way. But that would have been awesome. Yeah, that would be like, I'm dedicated to this place. I will have my child here.
Wow. But that would have been, you would have been probably goated on that point.
Yeah. They'd be like, this, that someone had a baby in here, right?
Yeah. The owner had a baby.
The owner literally had her baby in here. But so we didn't, of course, open July. We
didn't have the baby in Pure Barre.
Two things did not happen. Yeah. The baby was not born in Pure Barre, and we did not open July 2020. Yeah. But from then on, everything was just backed by months and years. Because with a franchise also, they have to have pre-approved people, as far as like contracting, signage, any little thing has to be pre-approved. Yeah. And those people were busy catching up doing projects that were supposed to be done in 2020. So it just got pushed out so unbelievably far that we did finally open January 2024. So years later. Wow. Years later, it was, and I say like in the moment of it, it felt like it was never going to happen, which I hate even saying that, but I would pull into the space. I would sit there. I would like pray. I would scream. I'm like, like this needs to happen. Like, what can I do to make this happen? But it's like, you just can't rush something that I had my hands out of at that point. Yeah. And so when it finally opened, I remember it just happened so fast all at once that it was like, okay, we're going to open in January. It's going to happen. I was like, this is happening. This has been a 4-year process. This is finally happening. That's cool. And so when it did, I was like, this was meant to happen at this time, regardless of the crazy hiccups along the way. But that's fine. Yeah.
And you got to be a mom for a little bit and figure that out.
And super thankful for that. And my daughter now, she's so acclimated with Pure Barre. She thinks she works there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She's like, I'm a teacher at Pure Barre. Yeah. Sure you are. It's great.
Could teach me a lot.
She definitely could. She has the classes memorized. She's ready to go. So awesome. Yeah. And then she's always trying to sell people sticky socks when they come in. She's like, take your shoes off. You can't wear your shoes in the studio. Yeah. I'm like, good job, Violet. There you go, Violet. Because it's cuter coming from her than it is from me. It just take your shoes off. Yeah.
Get off my lawn!
Get off my lawn, yeah.
But a little kid says
it. Like, Violet is the get your ball out of my yard girl. That. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So
Dad said don't walk on the grass.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, okay. She's cute. Yeah. I'll listen to her. Yeah. I don't want to listen to Mom and Dad. No way. So you guys with Vitality, did you have any issues? When was you just hit 1 year?
Yeah, we hit 1 year, July 12th. Yeah, that was
super
awesome.
Exciting. That's amazing. Okay, so July 12th, 2024.
We had a soft opening in June of 2024. Nice. And then we had our grand opening during Arts Fest, so it was July 2024. Yeah. It all worked out really well. But so I moved down here in 2022, end of 2022. Okay. With the vision of, hey, we're going to start this business. Yes. So David Taylor and I, he was Olympic champion 2021, wrestled at Penn State, you know, the poster child for Penn State for a really long time. And he and I were rivals in college. Yeah. And then we were rivals for a little bit during our, Team USA days. And then we were able to separate weight classes. Okay. And we just became really good friends. We were friends when we were young. Yeah. And then we were like, we hate each other.
Wait, yeah, so that's my question. Like, when there is rivalry in wrestling, do you actually low-key want to, like...
It just depends. It depends on who it is.
Yeah. I always think that with, politicians. I'm like, do you guys actually feel this way about each other?
So, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes people just take it really personally. Yes. And when a line gets crossed, then it's crossed.
Yeah. Do you talk smack, like, before a match?
No, not really.
Oh, dang.
Not that often. No. I have before.
Where it's like you like go up and
not quite like that. Not quite like that. But I have before. It adds more drama than you need. Like you just don't need it. Some people thrive on it, like a guy like Conor McGregor, for example. Yeah. Like he needs to have a why. Michael Jordan was another really. Yeah. Michael Jordan was like, I need to figure out how to get mad at these guys.
That's so.
And he would just create things in his head, like so and so said this about me. I am gonna run through him.
You went after my mom.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But that was never really me.
So do you talk to you have this match in August? Yeah. Are you excited?
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, August 30th. It's August the first 30th. Event for Real American Freestyle.
Okay.
It was started by Hulk Hogan, who just passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace.
And his business partner Eric Biscoff, and then another. His name's Israel Martinez. We call him Izzy. He has his own. He coached John Jones for a long time. He's just does a really nice job out in Illinois.
Yeah.
So they were like, we need to give something back to wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, wrestling doesn't have a professional league. Okay. It's been attempted many times, but never had like a full backing.
Okay.
And Hulk Hogan is like a universal brand everywhere.
Yeah. You know? Everyone knows.
Yeah, he is just like this icon that will be remembered forever.
Absolutely.
And so he just got behind it. Like, we want to
let's do this.
Yeah. And so they penned in the August 30th date, and they've just been sending out matches ever since then. So there's really cool matches.
Yeah.
A lot of young guys versus old guys.
That's so cool.
Is how they have it kind of set up.
So do you know your opponent like personally?
No, I don't know him personally, but I've seen him grow up.
Yeah.
You know, he's 19 years old.
He's 19 right now.
So he's a young kid. He's going to be a redshirt freshman next year in college.
No way.
And he called me out, and I was like, all right, let's go. Absolutely.
Let's go. Wait, that's okay. So he got to.
So he knows everyone in the wrestling community knows everybody.
Okay.
Another person that he had a really big scare. His name was Ben Askren. He was an MMA fighter. He was an Olympian in 2008. He was the face of wrestling in the before 2010s. And he was just doing great work out in Wisconsin. Okay. And that's where Aiden's from, the guy I'm wrestling. He's from Ben's club. Well, Ben also joined up with Hulk Hogan, Izzy, and all those guys to start, RAF.
Right.
And then he got an infection.
No way.
And when he got an infection, like he ended up in the hospital and needing a double lung transplant. He went from 197 pounds to 147 pounds.
Oh man.
And he got the double lung transplant, but he's like not out of the woodwork by any means.
Yeah.
So he has a lot to come back from, but
that's scary.
I think Ben had originally told his AWA guys also like, hey, you should wrestle in this. Like it would be really cool. And it's something just to, again, get more eyes on the sport of wrestling and that sort of thing.
Yes.
So I don't know. I've watched him wrestle. I've helped people prepare for him.
Yeah.
That we've had.
So he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's a good young kid. I mean, he's
good
win? For his age group. Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Okay, you better win.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm watching it.
Yeah.
And I only watch like one sport in a year, so this is serious business.
Yeah.
No, that's cool though that they are primarily setting up younger. You said with
older,
more seasoned.
Yeah, veterans.
That's so cool.
So they have some MMA fighters who have big names that are coming in. They have some world team members, past world team members, past world champions, all sorts of different.
That's
different
so
group
cool.
Of people. So it's like a really good mix of people who are coming in, and some of the matchups are really intriguing.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know if I would have ever thought about that match before.
That's
so
really
now
exciting.
it's fun that they're able to do this.
To do that, yeah.
And I think they're going to do a really good job promoting it. They just know how to do that in the event space. Like if I tried to run an event, it would be like me just running a high school event because that's what I know. But these guys are professionals. They know what a professional event is supposed to look like. So they're going to do a really good job.
Yeah.
But anyway, so David and I were rivals.
Yes.
I would always try to get a little bit under David's skin, but not so much to like blatantly say like whatever. But we wrestled, I don't know, 9 times. And then we separated. In 2018, we both made our first world team. We both won the world championships that year.
So cool.
2019, I won, but he was injured. 2020 happened. Then 2021 came. He won the Olympic gold. I took bronze.
Amazing.
Then in 2021, we had the world championships. I won gold. He took silver. And then 22, I won gold. He won gold.
That's amazing. Yeah. That is so cool. Do you guys have pictures together?
Yeah, we have a few pictures together.
That's good.
But so in 2022, like during that whole time, from 2018 till I moved down, we were each trying to get the other person to move to where we were. So I was in upstate New York at Cornell University. He was here at Penn State.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you should move down. I'm like, hey, you should move up.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of back and forth. And then, we were always roommates on these trips and always talking about what do we do for recovery? What do you do for this? So that's how this was born. Oh, yeah. Like this idea.
And it's something you were passionate about because you experienced it personally.
Because I was going to retire in 2016. I was like,
no way.
I was like done. Really? My shoulder was blown out. Yeah. Like my knees were messed up. I just had foot surgery twice.
Really?
I was just like, man, this stinks. Yeah. But I knew there was more left in the tank. Yes. I was like, it's still something.
There's got to be something in there. Yeah.
So I ended up taking my health and wellness a lot more seriously. Mm-hmm. And by doing so, I started learning about these different modalities, learning about, sauna, diet, sunshine, hyperbarics, red light therapy, all these different things, and putting them all together. And that was something that I wasn't in my scope at all when I was in college.
Right.
Because I was like, I'm the best.
So they didn't expose you to that as far as recovery goes? Like what
they
was
the recovery? They had sauna and cold plunge.
Okay.
Massage was another one.
Okay. Yeah.
But it wasn't like as prevalent.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was 10, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, 14 years ago now. Yes. So a long time ago. And just a lot of research is coming out, and then also social media where you can see professional athletes using all this equipment, and you're like, if it's making him better, then maybe I should do this. Yeah. Maybe I want to feel better. Yes. And if he's playing better, I can see him playing better and healing faster. Like, how did he come back from a torn Achilles, in less than 6 months? Right. How did that happen?
Yeah.
And just understanding some of those things. So what I did, I took what people were using to like heal from chronic illness and all these different things and trying to be like, could that work for me? Yeah. Like, could this work for me?
Yeah.
Is this worth it for me to try this or this or this? And I tested everything on myself.
Yeah.
Made a ton of mistakes along the way.
Of course.
Just to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then David had a similar journey. He had more of a coach that helped him along the way and learning a lot of these things.
Yeah.
And then we would just cross-pollinate our ideas. And one of the reasons he convinced me to come down is like, hey, I want to start this like wellness, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
And let's do it together.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
And so we moved down and started it. And we ran, because your original question was, did you run into any bumps? Like you guys ran into bumps.
Yeah.
We ran into a ton.
I love a bump. Yeah.
Yeah.
A bumper too.
Because originally we thought we were going to buy a place and we had it picked out and then we backed off it. And then we had another location. They're like, oh, maybe we'll buy this. That's kind of far out. And David and Kendra, his wife, own K2 Roots. So they own the...
So they had that previously.
Yeah. So that was where they were on Fraser Street. That was their second location.
Okay.
Maybe even third, honestly. Yeah. But now they're in this... They were exploding. Yeah. And they're like, we need a bigger space. We want a full kitchen. We want to do everything and have everything. And so we were like, all right, well, let's do it together. So it was upstairs, downstairs, everything included in one space. Go upstairs, get your lunch, come downstairs, get your recovery, grab a coffee, head out, or whatever. And it made a ton of sense.
Yeah.
And so we eventually got open halfway through 2024. We're hoping to be open January 1 like you, but pushed back. And it's an older building. Our landlord is great.
That's good.
He really helps us out and make sure that everything is good. And,
you guys did such a great job at modernizing it for it being old. Like it looks phenomenal. Yeah. I would have never known
I'll have to repost the pictures.
Some befores. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, awesome. Yeah. So awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But so then we were planning on opening in June. We weren't ready to open, but we wanted to be open before the Olympic team trials, which were in State College. In April of 2024.
Okay.
So, we gotta open and be ready.
And get all these people in. Yeah.
Yeah. And we just couldn't get it just couldn't get open in time. And then in May of 2024, David didn't make the Olympic team and he got a call from Oklahoma State, which is like one of the most historic programs in wrestling. And they made him an offer, basically he couldn't refuse. Yeah. And he said, hey, I'm gonna go do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're not even open yet.
Yeah.
And you convinced me to move down here.
Yeah.
Dude, what happened?
Right.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And I was like, but dude, if this is what you want to do, then go do it.
Yeah.
And I just remember it being like a really up and down, crazy time. And there's so many moving parts. And
so many moving parts. Yeah.
So many different things. But so now we're here.
Yeah.
And
amazing.
We're like you said, we're trying to modernize everything and have, kind of like it doesn't have to be central Pennsylvania, Steel City, old brick, concrete only. Yes. We could make it look pretty nice, have nice floors and good decorations and a little bit higher end.
It definitely
more city vibe, you know?
Yes, it definitely
State College is technically a city, but I don't know if it's...
Yeah. Oh, it's huge.
It's not like Altoona.
It's not as big as Altoona.
Yeah. It's not like, but it's not like New York City. Yeah. It's not like New York City. It's not like Pittsburgh. But it is something that... yes. We're one of 4 locations that has a cocoon tub, and we have a hyperbaric, and these are things that people are like travel all over for.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we have a lymphatic drain suit. Then we also have sauna and cold plunge, which people are really getting behind.
So good.
And just an excellent thing for recovery, for heart health, for inflammation. Yeah. Arthritis, all these different things.
Yeah. And I mean, mentally, they just go hand in hand so well that it's, even if you're not somebody that is longing for some sort of recovery, it's just so good to have. Like, if you're like, I'm just feeling cloudy, it's such a good refresher. Yeah. So good.
Just clear out brain fog.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So good for that.
So we, I think we can serve so many people here.
100%.
Different types of people.
Yes.
And like one person might be like, oh, well, I really only want to use the red light. That's all I need.
Yeah.
It's the middle of winter. I'm feeling winter blues. I need to get something. Other people are like, man, I just need to get in the hyperbaric. That's all I need.
Yeah.
And other people are like, I need everything every day, all the time.
Yes.
And they're here every day, all the time, doing everything. And
the regulars.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's cool to hear their stories too. Gosh, Eric, he was our first one on the podcast, and just like hearing his story is really fun.
Yes, that's so awesome.
Talking about how much improvement he's had, because he does triathlons, and I think he dropped I think he might have dropped something. But anyway, he's still super fit and always working out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've never felt this good.
Yeah.
This is
and that's
awesome.
Your payday. Like, that's so good to hear that. To know that you're changing somebody is the best feeling in the entire world. It's unmatched for sure. Yeah. And it just goes beyond any stress that you had to get to where you're at. You kind of forget about it whenever people are like, this changes me, like in the best way. Yeah. It feels so good. Best thing.
Yeah, it's really satisfying.
Yeah, it definitely is.
To see that. And you see, and I selfishly use everything too. So I'm still competing, and I was like, today I got in the hyperbaric with my 3-year-old. He's like, Dad, can I come? I'm like, yeah, sure. Why don't you come? This
is bonding time.
Yeah. Yeah. So we, our chamber, we can both get in there.
That's so good.
And
so do you cold plunge?
Back and forth with the mask. Occasionally.
Like, specify that. What do you mean occasionally?
I don't like being that cold.
Get out.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so
I'm more in the sauna. I'm definitely in the hyperbaric. I'm in the cocoon. Like,
you don't do sauna, cold plunge, cold plunge. Okay.
I do. Yeah. I do. I like doing it here. I don't like doing it other places. But I don't know. I just don't like being cold.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so.
But I like being cool when I'm sleeping. Like,
Oh yeah.
If my wife tries to put her feet on me, I'm like, dude, get away
from me. Do you have any pets?
Yeah. We have dogs. We don't let them in the room.
So smart.
Yeah.
Because the second the dog's in the bed, it's temperature.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I in Vitality Sauna right now? Like, let's go. Get out of here.
Yeah.
It's, oh man, cold plunge is so good. So I have a cold plunge, but it's not regulated at all. So that's why I like the one here so much, is you guys keep consistent temperature.
Yeah.
Mine's just the kind you fill up and have fun with it. It's like a kiddie pool at this point. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a kiddie. It's like a dog. It's like one of those blue dog pools.
Yeah, it's in the shape of Barbie. But in the winter, I love it because I'll like bust the ice off of it and like get in. So it's freezing cold. But in the summertime, I'm like, what's the point? So I don't use it in the summer. So I prefer. So I come to Vitality. That's where it's at. And the sauna, I feel like the best combination, sauna, cold plunge, sauna. It's the best. And like 3-3-3-3. Yeah. That is amazing. And definitely after that, I feel like that's what it would feel like if I blew Coke, which I've never done. But it just gives you like the best feeling ever. So it definitely is so good.
Well, it's just that undulation of hot, cold on your body is just like, wow.
Yes.
This feels way different than just like being steady at 98 degrees or whatever. But I did. So I think probably part of it is maybe a little bit of trauma from cutting weight and like being in there. And
Oh my, yeah, I feel like wrestling is so intense with cutting weight.
Yeah. And it's getting better. It is getting better.
And I feel like at this point you've been in the game so long that you're not, like, I remember when I was in high school, there was a kid that I went to high school with and he was like spitting in a water bottle trying to lose weight for wrestling. I was like, are you guys okay?
Yeah. It's like the most ridiculous thing ever.
It's the most insane thing. So do you stick to the same weight class then? You just try to maintain a weight and then...
So in 2018, I was at 174 pounds.
Okay.
And then in through 2021, when we came back and wrestled, I was at 163 pounds.
Okay.
And then after I was there until this year, I bumped up. So I made 21, 22, 23, 24 teams at 74 kilos, which is 163. And then this year I wrestled 189. So I had a huge jump.
That's a huge jump. Yeah.
And just like trying to get adapted to it for this cycle. So wrestling, you always have like a 4-year Olympic cycle that you're training for.
Yeah.
Not everyone does it. Some people will wrestle for a year and be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
But my MO in college was I started at 141 pounds and each year went up a weight. Wow. Until I wrestled 165 my senior year. So I was the only one to go up and win a title at 4 different weights.
That's awesome.
So, it was kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never heard of even that being a possibility.
Yeah.
That you don't just stick to the same exact one.
And some people are, always at the same weight for their whole career.
Right.
But a lot of people make little adjustments, but not these huge ones,
Yes. When so why did you decide that you wanted to go up?
Making 163 was hard.
Okay.
And also just like maybe it didn't need to be that hard. It was still really hard.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And it took a lot out of me.
Yeah,
to
I'm
make
sure.
the weight.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of discipline.
It didn't
a lot of
stress.
It
didn't feel like it came natural. Yeah.
Yeah. I naturally weigh, like now I naturally weigh, like I'll wake up, 185, 186 pounds. So 186 down to 163. It's a lot to lose.
Yeah, that is.
I'm fairly lean, so like I don't have much to lose.
Yeah.
And then wrestling, you have to wrestle 2 hours after you weigh in.
Okay.
So you can't just in MMA, you can lose a ton of weight and then you have 36 hours until you have to compete.
Okay.
So you have a lot more recovery time.
Right.
And you can get a lot of hydration in that time.
Absolutely.
But you can't in 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And that's why they made it 2 hours, just to discourage people
kind of keep
from
that
cutting that much weight.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, have been bumps all over the road from wrestling to this to everywhere in life.
How long have you wrestled? Forever?
30 years.
30 years?
30 years.
How old are you?
34.
34. Oh, so you were 4. What got you into it?
My dad.
Oh, that's so cool. So he was a wrestler?
Yep.
Nice.
So my grandfather was a wrestler and a wrestling coach.
Okay.
My dad was an All-American at Kent State, wrestling coach.
Yeah.
And then I wrestle.
Amazing.
And my brother wrestled. My cousins wrestle.
You guys wrestle each
other. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
a lot of wrestling everywhere.
Yeah.
I was basically born in a wrestling room.
Your
daughter's born in Pure Barre.
Exactly. That's just all it takes. That's all it takes.
And a gymnastic room. Yeah. My mom was a gymnast.
Oh, nice.
So that's where my dad and mom met, was at Kent State.
Nice.
Gymnast, wrestler.
Yes.
And then my dad had family in upstate New York.
Okay.
Hey, it's a good place to raise a family.
Yeah.
So they moved out there. My dad got a coaching job and a contractor. He was a contractor at Cornell and then also at Ithaca College.
Okay.
He helped the Ithaca College team win a national championship and it was really cool. So,
so Did you play anything else ever?
When I was young, yeah. So I played baseball, ton of baseball, ton of football.
Okay.
Dabbled in soccer a little bit.
Yeah.
And then ran track my senior year.
I ran track.
Yeah. What events did you run?
I ran track for a day.
Oh, one day.
One day. Wow.
Yeah. That's great.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So if you need any tips, you just let me know. I was like, I'm going to be an athlete.
Yeah.
I woke up one day and decided I was going to be athletic. And my mom was like, let's go buy you running shoes. I was like, yeah. So I got all excited. I got these like neon Nike sneakers.
Oh, wow.
One practice, I came home and I was like, guys,
I can't do this.
I'm not running track. Wow. And I was like, but I'll keep the sneakers.
Yeah, of course.
So this is like my, right. This is my little trophy here that I survived one day. But that was the beginning of my failed athletic journey. I was like, no track for Erin.
That is really great. Oh my gosh. So you've been to Vitality. You love cold plunge.
Love cold plunge.
What is something that you haven't tried that you're like, man, I need to get in there.
Oh, I haven't tried the hyperbaric chamber.
You haven't?
Yeah. I think I'm somewhat claustrophobic, but I think I'd be okay.
Yeah. It's big.
Yes, I'd be fine. Yeah. And like, I know that, you're not going to leave me in there.
No. Well, you control everything overnight. From the inside.
Yeah. That's good.
And the cool part about that is it targets exactly what you need.
Yeah.
Rather
like
than
that.
like what I would need.
Right.
Like everyone's individualized for what their body needs at that time.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh man, like I'm super sore because I've been, working out every day. 3 times a day.
Oh yeah.
Or I've been on the road and running a business and I can't think straight.
Yes.
Your body will tell the machine like, hey, this is where this needs to go. Yeah. This energy needs to go here.
Yes.
Increases mitochondrial function, cellular production, like everything that you need to enhance your own self.
You tell the machine. You're
basically,
like, I thought I could run track for a day. Fix me.
Exactly. Yeah. Imagine if you got in the hyperbaric after your first track practice.
I might have been back. I might have actually come back and used the sneakers. I might have been the Olympics.
You probably would have made the Olympic team.
So what's the best thing? What was your favorite thing about doing the Olympics?
This time around was just having my family there. In 2021, nobody was allowed to go. So we were solo out there.
Yes.
There were so
many
your kids
got to come?
Yeah.
Wife got to come?
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, that's so cool.
Whole family came.
And that's motivating.
Really awesome.
Yeah, you probably felt isolated.
The first time around, we were stuck in a mountain resort in Nakatsugawa, Japan.
See, you're like, we were stuck in a mountain resort.
And we got 1 hour of time outside. We called it yard time.
No way.
It's like prison.
Yeah, it was. You were in an orange jumpsuit.
Literally.
With a medal.
Yeah. No, this was before we got to go. So we missed opening ceremonies because we were out there.
Yeah.
And we had to test every day and do all this crazy stuff. Dang. And we only got 1 hour outside. And then we could go to practice.
Nuts.
But we would have 2 practices a day just to get out of the hotel. We would go to practice.
Could you be around each other? I know that's a silly question, but you were allowed to, but you just couldn't be outside longer than an hour.
It was insane. So you fly in to Tokyo and you go through check-in, and it was like a 6-hour process for check-in. They had you walk. It felt like it probably wasn't, but it felt like it was 2 miles of walking. Oh, yeah. Like you walked to one end of the airport and then you walked back. Like you did a snake
for
all these different check-ins and stops, and then you would get down and you had to do your test. You had to do a test before you got on the plane to go to Tokyo. Okay. And then once you landed, you had to do another test to see if like you had any COVID. And if you did, you were sent home immediately.
Did people get sent home? That is unbelievable.
Once we were there, we were waiting in this like area. It was like, there was no like 6-foot rule at the time. It was just an arbitrary silly rule anyway. But now we were just waiting for everybody to get checked in, their test to pass. Yeah. And then to get all of our credentials, because it's like a high security thing.
Yeah, I'm
over there. Like you had if you can't lose your credential pretty much. Like you got to make sure you have it. You're
there forever. You're not coming home.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we all get on a bus, and after we flew to Tokyo 14 hours and then we had a 6-hour like layover in the airport, where they had little snacks. They didn't have like food for us.
Yeah.
Then we had a 5-hour bus trip to Nakatsugawa.
5 hours on a bus.
And we were in a mountain. There was a town, and we didn't get to see anything because we were stuck in this resort. And like they had sauna, cold plunge downstairs, steam room. And you would go down there just for fun because you were just so bored. What else are you gonna do? We played so many games of euchre. Have you ever played euchre?
No, what is that?
It's a card game.
Okay.
Pitch. Do you know pitch? You don't play card games. Noted. I saw it in your eyes. You're like, no.
The fear in my eyes. I was like, take your cornhole, take your card games. Get over there with that.
You're too bougie for that. Yeah. So in East Freedom.
East Freedom's way too bougie.
So then we would just like go play Settlers of Catan, or we would play euchre or poker or something just to like get our minds away from being stuck there.
How long? So for the Olympics, like you're there for 3 weeks. Is that how it always is?
Not like 3 weeks long? Not always, but for that we had to be there before we competed 21 days and test every single day.
Oh my gosh.
It was wild.
You probably getting like nosebleeds randomly.
No, I'm good. I'm good. But Paris was like a completely different experience. It was so unbelievable. Opening ceremonies were fantastic.
So great.
Just the wrestling, everything from where we were. We went to Normandy. Okay. It was the 80th anniversary of D-Day.
No way.
While we were there.
Oh, that's so sick.
We had so many cool things, so many cool experiences.
And you could explore it, everywhere. Which made it so much better. That's
we were
so sick.
So on the beach there would go out. So in high tide, it would be like, I don't know, 50 feet of beach.
Yeah.
Low tide, it would be like 3/4 of a mile of beach.
That's nuts.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And then we were at like a sports complex that had like dorms and things.
Okay.
But they had electric scooters for us. So we took electric scooters from there to the town.
Yeah.
Whenever we weren't practicing or eating.
Yeah.
And we would go to the beach and hang out in the water and go get food. It was coffee, whatever. It was awesome. Yeah,
so that's so awesome. I'm glad that was
so great.
A better experience. So it made up for it for sure. That's super cool. So like whenever you're in it, at what point are you like, all right, I just won this. Like I'm about to, or is it not until the end? Like when you're
not really till the end. I mean, just because you're so focused,
right? And you're probably not paying attention to other statistics and stuff, right?
Really.
Because you're so
I'm just like focused on what I have to do. Like even the wrestling, like I know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know like
fully. Yeah. The details of it.
I'm like, okay, I gotta. Because I'm working out, 2 or 3 times a day.
Right. You're busy.
To make my weight.
Yes.
And I'm having to like measure out how much food I have and
you're
measure out how much water I'm drinking and doing not spitting in a cup, but doing all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
crazy. It was really intense. And it was hard for me too because my dad had passed away 9 days before I made the Olympic team.
No way.
So I was with my dad from January until April, and it was 9 days before when he passed. Luckily I had just like this, I was just like, man, I got to go see him. So after practice on a Tuesday, I drove up 3 hours to go see him and talk with him. And I told him that we were going to have another daughter in December.
Yeah.
I said we were going to have a kid. I didn't know I was going to have a daughter. And he was like, and he like lit up, he was really sick. So he like lit up. He's like, oh, that's so great. He goes, you got to tell your mom. And I was like, I'm going to tell her.
That's
I'll tell her.
Cute.
Because he was the first person Megan and I told.
Oh, that's so special.
Yeah, it was really special. And then, so that whole year was just like crazy for me.
That absolutely.
And then, having my whole family there, bringing home a medal was like fantastic.
Amazing. That best feeling.
Yeah. Obviously, I wanted to win gold, but I got the next best thing, which was really fun. So
that's so amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of emotion wrapped up into that trip.
I'm sure.
For sure.
Yes, definitely like an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's super impressive and amazing.
Yeah.
What's your favorite workout other than Pure Barre?
Pure Barre is number one.
Number one's Pure Barre. Nice.
I mean, I love wrestling, so wrestling is probably my favorite workout.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then, just I love to go out and play dodgeball.
Oh, nice. So you would love East Freedom.
Yeah. There we go.
You would love where I went to high school.
Yeah.
No, that's so good. Okay.
But nice. I like playing all sports. I like basketball, soccer.
So do you, as far as like training, do you focus on low impact or are you
most of my focus
lifting
is
heavy?
just on wrestling. And then I do a lot of, I wouldn't say it's heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I did a lot of, when I was making weight, I was just doing more like corrective exercise circuits.
Yeah, that's great.
Really focused on the wrestling aspect, just because it's so dynamic.
Right.
And just when you kind of stick your spine in one place and try to move weight, it becomes a little tricky.
Yeah.
But most of my low impact would be that cross training.
Yeah.
So it'd be a lot of cable work, kettlebell work.
Nice.
Club bell.
Yeah, you've got one foot on the ground. Because I would assume that a big factor would be like risk of injury. So you want to do something to avoid that. Yeah, exactly. That's why I love low impact so much to avoid the hurting yourself.
And that's what Pure Barre is, right?
Yeah.
So that's like kind of how it separates itself from CrossFit, for example.
Right.
Yeah. Like that.
Yes. And they're all amazing. And that's the best part about State College is there's so many awesome facilities out here that you're going to find something, and that's what, I mean, there's so many gyms that offer free trial, that offer first class free, whatever it may be. So my best advice to anyone is just go try it, go try everything and then you'll come back. I'm just
and then decide, decide what class you'll be in at Pure Barre next.
Yeah. And then I'll see you at Pure Barre.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely such an awesome place obviously for Vitality as well too, just because this community just craves the fitness industry. And that's something that I loved about bringing Pure Barre here, is that people just get excited about it. There are people that dedicate their entire day to fitness. Like they leave Pure Barre, go to boxing, they leave boxing. It's just a constant, like, and it's amazing. I'm like, good for you, because that is so impressive and awesome. But yeah, the longevity of State College, hopefully everyone just lives to be like 150.
It.
Right,
like, oh, wow, what's going on down there? Well, they got
like, no
Pure
one
Barre
dies
and Vitality
in
Wellness
State
Club.
College.
Yeah.
They're like, no one dies in State College. That's so good.
So you have an event coming up, right?
Heck yeah. We've got an event coming up.
You got a bunch of events coming up.
I love events. I love a party, right? Pure Barre's always got the parties going. Yeah. But we have an in-studio event. So we do a lot of pop-ups. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll go around to local businesses. And it brings awareness. Farm somewhere recently? Yeah, we went to Rooted Farmstead. Okay, cool. Beautiful facility in the Bellefonte area. Cool. And you can pick flowers there. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous grounds. And so we did a class there, because why not? You know, if someone has a flat ground, we'll do Pure Barre on it. Like, we will make Pure Barre happen. There you go. And so we did Rooted Farmstead, and then we did a pop-up at a med spa called Azul Blanca. Okay. And they do a lot of the different like infusions and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so they'll do stuff like that too, which is cool. And it's just a great way. There's so many amazing businesses in State College to show our clients other businesses. Yeah. Like, look at these awesome places. Yeah. And a lot of them are like, oh, I've never been here before. Or, I've never heard of this before. Yeah. And so I'm thankful to be like, well, here you are. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad to be the one to show you. Exactly. So August 9th. Awesome event at Pure Barre featuring Vitality Wellness. We're excited about it. Bringing the goods. Yeah. I'm super pumped about that. Yeah. So you guys are bringing cold tanks. That's we're going to bring our cold plunges up there. That's going to be amazing. Our Normatec boots up there. So good. I have a sauna, but it's August 22nd. August 9th. People would pass away. Yeah. Let's avoid that. Yeah, we're trying to increase longevity. It's the longevity. Yeah. We got to focus on the longevity. Yeah. But in the fall, we'll reinvestigate the portable sauna. I might bring the portable sauna and then just put the red light panel in there. Just have everything all at once. Yeah, so then you can that would be amazing. Then you can have everything. That's so cool. Maybe we'll do that. You definitely should do that. Yeah. That'd be cool. The fall would be amazing. But people are excited about Vitality. I brought people here and they love it. I love when you guys do the tour whenever we first come in, which I think is so valuable, instead of being like, hey, good luck. Yeah. Down the hall. Here's a brochure. Yeah, like, down the hall, you'll find what you're looking for. Yeah. But everyone's stuck on the water. Yeah. That's always my thing I talk about Vitality. But I brought two of my friends with me, and I look over, and they're dumping out their water bottles. And I was like, what are you doing? They're like, I got to get the Vitality water. That's right. That's right. Yeah, we take like, the good water. Yeah, we got like this crazy machine for water filtration, which is really so fun. Crazy, but you can taste a difference. Yeah, you totally can. It's so good. Yeah, it's just diamond water. It's the pristine water of Happy Valley. That's right. But yeah, I looked over, my friends were just stealing water. Bottling it. That's what I need to do. You need to do that. You should bottle it, have it sitting here, and it'll be like, instead of sponsored by Celsius, sponsored by Vitality Wellness Club. Vitality Water. This is empty. But that's okay. The people don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. And that's filled to the brim. Yeah, it's actually good Vitality water. Yes. And you can buy it for $9.99. $9.99. Yeah, it's such a good value. Yeah. It'll increase longevity. There you go. There you go. People like when I go to a place and someone's laying it on thick like that. Yeah. I like it deterred. I'm like, I was gonna buy, and now that you're laying on this thing, I'm not gonna buy. Yeah, you're like, you're scaring me right now. Right, you're like, this is too much. Back up. Yeah, back but up. But then some people are like, oh yeah, more. Yeah, tell me everything. Yeah. Keep going. They're like salespeople that they just eat it up. But we'll see. Like Center Daily Times, does Vitality have the fountain of youth? Yeah. And then everyone's like pounding the door. Hopefully. Let me in. Hopefully, yeah, that's cool. Let me in. Well, this has been awesome. Yes, thank you. Any closing things that you want to say? Anything else coming up? Closing remarks. No, but definitely as far as August 9th goes, open to the public, free classes for that entire day. Come in, try Pure Barre, try Vitality. It'll be a good little 2-for-1 special. And it's going to be the best day of the year. Best day of the year. New Christmas, sure. August 9th, 2025. I will be there. Let's go. It'll be amazing. It'll be so good. But yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, awesome.